With the commencement of Week 17, we've officially wrapped up one of the wackiest regular seasons of all time. Not only did the coronavirus flip the league on its head, leading to crazy scenarios, such as the Broncos resorting to starting a practice squad receiver at quarterback after every QB on the roster contracted COVID. But we also saw non-COVID related anomalies, such as Justin Jefferson possibly having the greatest rookie season ever for a receiver, and the Browns making the playoffs for the first time since 2002. And I fully expect this unpredictability to carry over into the postseason. Now in today's video, I'd like to try and predict these unpredictable playoffs. And a quick disclaimer here, please don't nuke the dislike button like y'all did last year, and also make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, since I'll soon be rolling out the 2020 edition of my interesting stats and facts video, that unlike my playoff prediction video, everyone seemed to love. Now let's start these predictions off in the AFC, with our first wildcard game, the Colts at the Bills. The Colts are the perfect team to go into Buffalo and pull off the upset. A ground and pound run game built for the cold weather, a stingy defense capable of shutting down the Bills' high-powered offense, and a seasoned veteran at QB who's been in this position before. But with all that being said, I think Buffalo is just too good and is actually an underrated team. And I also don't trust Phillip Rivers. I can't see a guy who already has a weak enough arm and played the majority of his career in San Diego in a dome thriving in Buffalo. So for our next AFC wildcard matchup, we have the Browns at the Steelers. This game has upset written all over it. The Browns finished out 6-2 and arguably should have gone 8-0, while the Steelers went 4-4. And yes, I know they rested Roethlisberger against Cleveland in Week 17, but still, this team has completely collapsed in recent weeks, and I expect Baker to go into Pittsburgh and ball out for a Browns win. And for our final AFC wildcard matchup, we have the Ravens at the Titans. All I'm going to say is, unless Ray Lewis comes out of retirement, the Birds are in trouble. Now for our first divisional round game, we have the Browns at the Chiefs. This matchup between the two former Texas Tech quarterbacks should yield quite a few points. But with Kansas City fresh and rested, and just a better overall team, they should pull away in the second half and take care of the Browns. And for our other divisional round game, we have the Titans at the Bills. These two teams met in Week 5. And although the Titans won 42-16, the Bills managed to hold the battering ram named Derrick Henry to 57 yards on 19 carries, by far his worst game of the year. And if they can contain him, which I think they will, they should walk away victorious. And for the AFC Championship game, Bills at Chiefs. These teams previously met in Week 6, and although the Chiefs beat the Bills 26-17, both teams looked completely different back then, as the Chiefs have been on a downward trend while Buffalo's been ascending. And while this game will take place on a frigid Kansas City January night, the Bills are built for situations like this, and I'm going to take them here to upset KC and play in their first Super Bowl since '94. Now for the NFC side of things, where we begin once again in the Wildcard Round, with the Bears at the Saints. The Bears are without a doubt a fake playoff team. Sneaking in at 8-8 due to having a Mickey Mouse schedule down the stretch, the Saints should easily dispatch them. For our next NFC wildcard matchup, we have the Rams at the Seahawks. I've been waiting half a decade to see another deep Seahawks playoff run, and I think this is the year, as Russell starts off his postseason by easily taking care of the Rams, who haven't even announced who will be their starting quarterback due to Jared Goff's injury. And for our final NFC wildcard matchup, we have the Buccaneers at the Washington football team. All I've got to say here is, be careful what you wish for Chase Young. Now for our first divisional round game, we have the Buccaneers at the Packers. What a matchup. Two all-time greats going head-to-head in Lambeau, with a shot at the NFC Championship game on the line. And although the Buccaneers did destroy the Packers 38-10 in Week 6, the Packers are too good at home, so give me the Cheeseheads here. And for the other divisional round game, Seahawks at Saints. As I've said previously, it's time for another deep Seahawks playoff run. And for however good Drew Brees and the Saints have been these past few seasons, they just seem to be a team that can't finish, and I expect them to fail to come through once again versus the Seahawks, as Russell returns to the NFC Championship game. So, for our NFC Championship game, we have the Seahawks traveling to Green Bay to face the Packers. This game has legacy written all over it. Two top 10 all-time quarterbacks with one Super Bowl each, dueling for the opportunity to add more to their resume. And with how it went the last time these two teams met in an NFC Championship game, there's no way Aaron Rodgers is going to let this opportunity slip through his fingers, as he takes the Packers back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2011. Now for Super Bowl 55, Green Bay vs. Buffalo down in Tampa Bay. What a matchup. The old NFL and Rodgers versus the new and Allen. This one should be a classic that goes down to the wire, but I honestly think that this loaded Green Bay team will be able to edge out the Bills, and I see Aaron finally winning that elusive second Super Bowl. Now, while some of my predictions may seem improbable, the unexpected should be expected, especially in a COVID season where there's a chance for players and coaches to easily miss time and the potential for games to be rescheduled. So please comment down below what your predictions are, as I will be replying to all the comments, and thank you for watching.